I am Savita Valsang and welcome to Statistics Made Simple. In this video, I'll explain the test procedure for equality of proportions. Let us consider two populations of sizes n1 and n2 respectively. Let x1 denote the number of units possessing a given attribute in the first population of size n1. Then we know that the proportion of units that possess the attribute in the first population is capital P1 is equal to capital X1 by capital N1, and this is called as the first population proportion. Similarly, let capital X2 denote the number of units possessing a given attribute in the second population of size capital N2. Then the proportion of units that possess the attribute in the second population is P2 is equal to capital X2 divided by capital N2, which is also called as the second population proportion. An important point to note here is that we assume that both the population proportions are equal, that is capital P1 is equal to capital P2 is equal to capital P. Suppose a random sample of size n1. The sample size here is denoted in terms of small n is drawn from the first population. Then let x1 denote the number of units that possess the attribute in this sample of size n1. Then the proportion of units that possess the attribute in this sample is called as the first sample proportion and is given by P1 equal to x1 divided by n1. So please note that here all the alphabets are in small letters. And if we cross multiply, we get n1 p1 is equal to x1. I'll call this as equation 1. Now note that capital P1, capital P2, then small p1 will be in percentage, decimals or fractions. Suppose a random sample of size n2 is drawn from the second population. Let x2 denote the number of units that possess the attribute in this sample of size n2. Then the proportion of units that possess the attribute in this sample is called the second sample proportion and is given by P2 equal to x2 divided by n2. Here again note that all the alphabets are in small letters or in lowercase, which implies n2 p2 is equal to x2 and call this as equation 2. Small p2, which is a second sample proportion, will also be in percentage, decimals or fractions. Under H0, the test statistic is Z equal to P1 minus P2, that is the difference between the two sample proportions, divided by root of PQ into 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2, which follows normal 0, 1. Usually, capital P, that is the population proportion, is unknown and is estimated using P equal to x1 plus x2 divided by n1 plus n2 and Q is equal to 1 minus P. Or from equations 1 and 2, P is equal to n1 P1 plus n2 P2 divided by n1 plus n2. Now, depending on the information which is given in the problem, we either use capital P equal to x1 plus x2 divided by n1 plus n2, or we make use of capital P equal to n1 p1 plus n2 p2 divided by n1 plus n2, and Q will be equal to 1 minus P. Now coming to the conclusions, the first one, if it is a two-tailed test, you have to check if mod z is greater than or equal to k alpha by 2 at alpha level of significance, then we reject H0, otherwise we accept H0. For a right-tailed test, you have to check if Z is greater than or equal to K alpha. At alpha level of significance, then we reject H0, otherwise we accept H0. And the third one, that is for a left-tailed test, you have to check if Z is less than or equal to minus K alpha. At alpha level of significance, then we reject H0, otherwise we accept H0. Now learn some of the important formulae based on the mean and standard error of the difference of the sample proportions. So under note, the first one, the mean of the difference of the sample proportions is, we know that the mean here is in terms of expectation, that is capital E. Difference of the sample proportions means P1 minus P2. So E of P1 minus P2 is equal to capital P1 minus capital P2. That is the difference between the two population proportions. Second, the standard error of the difference of the sample proportions. Here we have two cases. The first case is when capital P1 is equal to capital P2 is equal to capital P. That is, both the population proportions are equal to capital P. In this case, the standard error is SE of P1 minus P2 equal to root of PQ into 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2, where Q is equal to 1 minus P. Now here, the formula is what appears in the denominator of the test statistic when capital P1 is equal to capital P2 is equal to capital P. Now let us consider the case where P1 is not equal to P2. That is, both the population proportions are not equal. In this case, the standard error of the difference of the sample proportions is given by SE of P1 minus P2 is equal to root of P1 Q1 by N1 plus P2 Q2 by N2, where Q1 is equal to 1 minus P1 and Q2 is equal to 1 minus P2. So the standard error of the difference of the sample proportions are important under both the cases. Depending on the information given in the problem, we have to use whichever formula is applicable. Compared to large sample tests for single mean, test for equality of means, and test for single proportion, it is quite easy to identify tests for equality of proportions because usually the word proportion would be used. Now, if the word proportion is not used, let us learn how to identify that the given problem is based on the test for equality of proportions for large samples. Firstly, the given problem will be based on two samples of sizes N1 and N2 drawn from two populations, and words like mean, average, variance, standard deviation will not be used. The word proportion may appear in the problem. Then we should be able to obtain four values from the problem, that is N1, N2, X1, X2. That is the two sample sizes, and we also need the number of units in the first sample and the number of units in the second sample which possess a particular attribute. Or the other set is we need N1, N2 and P1, P2, where N1 and N2 are the two sample sizes and small p1 and small p2 are the two sample proportions. The fifth point to keep in mind is that 1 and x2 will be whole numbers because they are the number of units which possess a given attribute in their respective samples, whereas P1 and P2 should be in percentage, decimals or fraction. That is, small p1 and small p2 are the sample proportions. The test procedure for equality of proportions is an important one. Understand all the notations and practice the formulae and the steps which are involved in the test procedure. Thank you all for watching and look out for my next video where I'll find solutions to problems based on test for equality of proportions.